As we approach the winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere and the summer solstice in the Southern, it is easy to get wrapped up in the paradox of the season, to vacillate from one polarity to another. And indeed, this is a time, a season of the illumination of light and the opacity of darkness. In a narrative created by dualism, psychological manipulation, and energy harvesting through attention, we are getting mixed signals and mixed messaging on a constant, continual basis. It's no wonder the season of Christmas has become contentious. When there are sides, good and bad, us and them, one has to choose and one has to lose. And it is often the case when we begin to awaken to the true nature of our reality, that we see the ways in which we have been manipulated and indoctrinated into ceremony and tradition under false pretense and energetic vampirism. When we align to the mind and attach to the ideological templates as being good or bad, light or dark, this is often the case. But when we align to the heart and tap into its coordinates, we can see beyond the superficial layers of dogmatic principle and ritual. We can strip away the outward manifestations and get right to the heart of the matter. Frequency is the language of God, and the expression of that spirit of goodwill, peace, and joy can be called and named whatever you would like. The solstice celebrates the rebirth of the sun, S-U-N, which is also the birth of the sun, S-O-N, which is the birth of Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness can be understood as unity consciousness. Unity consciousness can be understood as the fifth density of spirit. Spirit can be understood as the great animator, the Godhead, and everything under its umbrella, from the micro to the macro to the omni. The magic and joy of this season, this energy, this frequency embodying the planet, is wished as Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Yule, Solstice. It has so many names and many a story and tradition attached to it. But if we strip it down to its frequency, it is love, it is joy, it is unity. It is the understanding that we are all tied together, woven and plaited in this great tapestry of emanation, vibration, and frequency. As we progress into this next phase of the expansion of human consciousness, we are being tasked with the shaping of these new energy streams arriving on this planet. We are tasked with the integration of both the light and the dark through the middle way, the middle pillar, the middle path. We are being asked to accept the initiation into spirit through the use of our discernment and rejoice in our sovereignty, which can be expressed however we see fit. And this is done through balance, through the higher heart meridian, the assemblage point, the loom. Just as it appeared to our ancestors, it appears to us now that we are descending into the darkness on our planet. And indeed, in many ways, living through an Ahrimanic expression in the material realm. But the demiurge, the dense consciousness, only thrives when it is lost to spirit, when the connection has been severed, and materialism, transhumanism, and the mind runs rampant. When Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, has not been integrated into the material realm. However, we already understand how this story ends. We understand that even in the darkest night, the sun will be born again. In this time of global connectivity, we have an opportunity to both descend into the dark and bask in the light. We have an awareness now of our multifaceted, multidimensional existence. Long ago, we would enter these dark and cold nights together, huddled up, pooling our resources for survival. We would know that goodwill and hope would be paramount to our thriving. For it was that connection to spirit that fed us when times were lean and dry. Yes, we would descend into the darkness, and we would rejoice with the rebirth of the sun, the source of all life here on this planet. We did not know that on the other side of our earth there were those who had already made it to the light, to the long days of the summer sun shining bright, where all creatures thrived and abundance was brought to pass. We could not know that it was that very light that fed us deep in the darkness, and later it would be us to feed them. Oh, but now we do. We do see and feel this magic. We understand the circles and cycles of this ever unfolding rose. We can rejoice in the birth of the sun, S-U-N, and the birth of the sun, S-O-N. And we can celebrate this rebirth as the cosmic kiss, the opening of the higher heart chakra, the integration of body, mind, and spirit, the Trinity. No matter what you call this energy cycle, no matter the means and the name in which you celebrate it, celebrate. Celebrate the peace that surpasses all understanding. Celebrate the magic intrinsic to each and every experience here on this planet. Celebrate the joy of giving. Know that even as we enter into the long darkness of winter, the sun will be born once again. Bask in the light of the summer sun, knowing you are feeding those in the darkness, no matter where you reside on this earth. No matter what name you give it, open your heart to love. Uncage the heart and let it roam free. Yes, frequency is the language of God, and the frequencies flooding this planet are the stuff of God. Joy, magic, peace, and goodwill, today and always. So right now, in this moment, as we gather here in this sacred space, in the love and the light of our one infinite Creator, let us unify the heart and the mind of not only our individuated aspects, but as one heart, one mind, one intention. Today, in this long, dark night, in this big, bright day, allow our highest and best intentions to manifest in love, in peace, and in harmony. Allow us to rest, recuperate, and empty our lower vibrational tethers, to be healed, transmuted, and alchemized through all time-space, for all in our soul groups, where it is in alignment to the soul's journey. Let the guidance be clear, and let love be our binding tether. Let us celebrate, and let us understand. The sun will set to rise. And so it is.
Just wanted to say I love ya. Scully loves ya. Bye.